welcome. Another episode of our pod, second one of the new year. This one is got AFCON special, and we had to bring our AFCON correspondent live from Limbe in Cameroon. Itata is coming to us live from Limbe in Cameroon. So Itata, thank you for joining us. How is Cameroon?
Well, Cameroon is nice. And Nepal migrated to Cameroon, so they took light briefly and brought it back. To tell us.
Nepal migrated. Okay. Hey, that's what we see when it comes to AFCON.
Yeah.
Also, Mr. Yemi, Coach Yemi, also will be here joining us first time this year. Happy New Year, sir. Hope you're good.
Happy New Year to everyone. My name is Yemi. Just take away the coach. Thank you.
Yemi.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How about we take away the Yemi and just call you coach?
Right.
Hey man, whatever you say, Jala. I mean, it's your word right now.
Or you can add ITU and call him like we call in Niger Cochito.
Next on the panel, your favorite Oga Kwame. He took a break,
The legend.
Yeah, I had to take a break during the holiday, but great to be back. Happy New Year, everyone.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm done with 2022 already. Let's just skip to 2023.
No, you can't do that. No more rounds for you. You have to take a break. Today we'll be discussing AFCON, of course. African Nations Cup kicked off on Saturday or Sunday? Sunday. Kicked off on Sunday. We have had 4 games so far. Kickoff was Burkina Faso and Cameroon. Cameroon won. I think the last game that just ended was let me respect myself here. Let me look at this.
It's Gabon and Comoros.
Gabon and Comoros. Thank you. Our correspondent from Cameroon. Yes. Comoros. So far, yeah, it's been like very slim victories so far. But we're going to go straight to who we are tipping as the favorites for AFCON. And I guess we'll start with our correspondent. So far, what you know before, we have not seen all the teams. We've not seen all the teams yet. But who are you tipping as your favorite for AFCON? And tell us why.
So AFCON, usually it's not like the Champions League. Well, I guess it's similar to that, where the thing with AFCON is no matter the excitement, the powerhouses always find a way to win it. So the Cameroons, the Algerias, the Nigerias, it's still the powerhouses. No matter the excitement, the Ghanas, you can throw in Ghana there, the Ivory Coast. I think there was a one-off in Zambia. And if you actually trace it back, Zambia had a very strong team between 1987 and about 1993-ish. I know they had that plane crash and stuff.
Yep.
So if you kind of trace back, if Zambia were African champions, there's still a powerhouse because they even represented Africa at the Seoul Olympic Games.
That's true.
If you can look at Zambia as a strong African nation, so in as much as I said it was a one-off when they beat Ivory Coast, there's still a strong African side. So still expect a traditional winner. So it would be exciting, but I still think it will still end up being a traditional winner in the Cameroons, Algeria, Nigerians. One of them is going to win it. But right now, the strongest team in Africa is Algeria, unfortunately. Fortunately and unfortunately. Fortunately, because they're playing good football. I can't remember the last time they lost a game of football. And unfortunately, because I'm Nigerian. So
all right.
Yeah, they're unbeaten. They even won the Arab Cup. So
yes, they did.
They won the Arab Cup with their B-string team and their second home-based coach. So
wow,
everything is lining up for Algeria right now.
Okay.
And don't forget Zidane is Algerian, so it's in their blood.
It's in their blood, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I have to put it out there.
How about Joker F?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
historically is. Okay, that's good. That's good. So you agree with Algeria. Yemi, what are your
Yes,
thoughts?
sir.
Algeria too, or you have another favorite that you want to go?
Senegal. Itata skipped Senegal. Senegal is pretty good. Egypt, good. Morocco, good. All those three teams. Senegal is probably one of the most skillful yet physical team in this competition. If you want front to back, tip tap ball, Senegal can give you. But one thing that Senegal has that most of these people don't have is they are not one way. If you check out most of those Northerners, like the Algerians, the Moroccos, they play sexy football, like tip touch. Their ball is always like that. If you go down to this Cameroon, it's much more direct, physical type of game. No, but listen, Senegal is one team that I've seen so far that can do both and do them very well. And they have players that can actually adapt in different stages. A lot of their guys have also played in top games like Champions Leagues, won medals. So also now the experience is there. And plus they have a coach. They have a coach that has been there for almost 5 years. So yeah, and this is to add to what Itata said that yeah, I'm not counting Senegal out. And also we are Nigerians, so in as much as whatever katakata has happened, we change coach in 2 weeks before the competition. You can't count Nigeria out. So yeah, Senegal.
But you know what? Senegal was equally the same description the last Cup of Nations. They are stronger now. They met Algeria, who were better then, who are stronger now. So we're just gonna see.
True.
Okay. So Senegal, Yemi, Algeria, Itata. Olga Kwame.
I'll have to go for Senegal as well. It's between Senegal and Algeria for me. And the only reason I'm picking Senegal over Algeria is just because Senegal won it last. I mean, Algeria won it the last time. And I don't really like Algeria like that. I'm still hurt. I'm still hurt from 3 years ago. But Algeria is, they are they're a great team. Out of all the North African balling nations, they're the best right now. You know, not even Egypt comes close to them. Tunisia, not so much, not at all. But Senegal, I see they came very close last time, and I think it'll just be one of those stories where they came close the last time, and this time they managed to win it. I'm not counting Cameroon out either because I think there's some stats out there, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Cameroon has not lost a
competitive game, yeah,
at home. So, and it was looking like they were going to lose.
Forever? They not lost forever or what?
No, in recent time.
Okay.
I think in Nations Cup qualifying, and it's some crazy stat. I don't know exactly.
It is really difficult. It is really difficult, man, for you to go down to Cameroon and beat them up there. It's hard, man. They will get you, brother. It's gridiron football. They play up there.
I call it unripe plantain football.
Yeah, they pound on ripe plantain. So that's a different level.
Chin.
Unripe plantain. Look at the Abubakar guy now. That guy.
Remember the sleeveless jersey?
Yeah,
Mali Nations Cup. Yeah.
Some people still regard that jersey as one of the best.
Say that again.
One of the best.
Yeah, you know, it was a one piece.
It was a one piece. Some people regard that. Was it one piece or top and bottom?
It was a one piece.
It was a one.
That's why they couldn't exchange jerseys after the game.
Oh.
It was a one piece, yeah.
So I'm telling you, they were wearing this fitted nightgown. Talk about play soccer.
So they were Adama Traore FC before Adama Traore.
Yep.
Exactly.
I didn't know about that though.
Choosing
I
violence.
was up and down.
I said they came out choosing violence. Okay.
Yeah.
So who are you going with?
I'm still gonna go for Senegal. I'm completely counting out Nigeria. We just have no. I think we're gonna get out of the group stage, of course, but we will exit the competition in the quarterfinal because we're not even prepared. So I have zero hope for it. No Osimhen,
I doubt that though.
No Dennis, no Odion Igalo, like bro. What are we doing?
I doubt that, and this is the reason why I doubt that. They brought Augustine Guavon, which is, if now that he's coaching, this will be his third term as the coach of Nigeria. If anything, he has the experience of how the country runs, and he knows the players. He's not going to come there and come and do a Pep Guardiola ticket. He knows he is one of the DNAs of Nigerian football. And most of these guys that play understand the Nigerian football way. He's not going to come there and tell you play this pattern now. He's just going to come, hey, we are Nigerians. He's one of those guys that can speak and he can relate to all like the players, and he's well respected. Even in the top brass, he's well respected, and he has the backing of most of these ex guys that play for us. Kano Nwankwo Okocha, they all back him, and so I'm not going to count Nigeria off, but yes, replacing a coach 2 weeks before like a competition is never a good recipe for success. But guess what? This is Nigeria. These things unite us.
What I was about to say.
These things unite us instead of tear us apart. So
in the history of Nigerian football, for some strange reason, we thrive under chaos. I don't know what that means. I don't encourage it, but that's the only reason why. That's the only reason why I won't entirely rule. So Nigeria's case is unique. I'll just let it stand by itself. If we become champions, I won't be surprised. If we don't become champions, it's expected because of the chaos. It's anything. You can expect anything. And it's what? Six or seven games. It's about consistency. If we hit that consistency and just keep pushing. It's almost like in 94, from first game to the final, we were stronger and stronger and stronger.
True.
And if there were 14 more games, we would have beaten everybody. So it's like that.
And one more thing. The last Nations Cup we won, it wasn't smooth and sailing before we went. USA 94 wasn't smooth and sailing. There was some in-house drama. People talking about Westerhoff. Westerhoff was threatening to leave because of players were not getting paid. He was still the coach, but like it wasn't he was the one that had to bring everybody in. So man, I mean, you never know. This is Africa, this is soccer. The only team that is probably prepared are those teams from the north, because they just have a way of just doing their things right.
Yeah.
From then on, yeah. So
It's just vibes with each other.
That's what I'm saying. Is anyone prepared? Feeling like
Algeria is prepared. I know that for sure.
Algeria, those ones, Egypt,
Algeria is prepared.
They are always steady.
Prepared.
Yeah, Morocco, all those guys are always steady. Senegal is too because they kept their coach for 5 years. I think 5 years.
Even some so-called underdogs, they look well put together. Look at Burkina Faso.
Cape Verde.
I mean,
Cape Verde.
Cape Verde, so
They can ball.
Yeah.
They play some good footy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just go slightly, I guess, and I'll go to Egypt. Just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Because the attacking line, apart from, of course, the obvious Mo Salah, who wants to make a statement, they have this guy from Wolfsburg, Omar Mamouche, and the Galatasaray player also called Mustafa Mohamed, and those guys have scored key goals for them throughout their qualifier.
They have Trezeguet. I don't know if he went, but yeah, they have Trezeguet.
He went.
Okay.
So that's my favorite. I'm just going left field. But yes, I agree with everybody's. Algeria, of course. Cameroon, like all of you guys are saying, maybe Nigeria.
Nobody picked Ghana.
The Chale boys are a little light. I mean, they lost today. Yeah, they lost to Morocco.
I was going to say maybe that's influence.
And I just don't see. They did not win the midfield battle today at all. Their striking force was a little light. Dede Ayew and Ayew did not. They didn't look like
They didn't Ayew anything today.
Huh?
Who did they lose?
They didn't Ayew anything. They didn't Ayew anything.
Who did they lose to again? Who did Ghana lose to?
Morocco.
I
mean, that's not an embarrassment, basically.
No, it's not. It's not.
The only. This is how I look at it. Historically, West African teams struggle to beat the North. Right now, in West Africa, Ghana are not even the strongest. So that's why I don't give them a chance. In West Africa, Senegal is the strongest.
Yeah.
Ghana is not even the strongest, and the West African teams historically they struggle to beat the North. Club football, national team.
You can even make the argument that Ivory Coast is stronger than Ghana and Nigeria in West Africa.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man.
Yeah,
man. Is Ivory Coast stronger than Ghana? Of course, yes.
Yeah.
But most of the players that Ivory Coast have now, they are of the older generation. So now we are talking of guys that were still there during the time of Yaya Toure.
No.
Not really.
They do have
Zaha, the Arsenal guy.
Zaha, the guy from Ajax.
The guy from Ajax.
Pepe.
Yeah.
Frank Kessié.
Kessié.
Hola.
We're deviating. Let's go to dark horses.
Okay.
Let's go to dark horses. So, who are your dark horses since you're already on the road?
We've already spoken about dark horses.
No, we haven't. Who's your dark horse?
Okay.
We haven't.
Okay, mine. Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I think my dark horse is Nigeria.
Okay.
My dark horse is Nigeria, just based on everything we've spoken about Nigeria. So, yeah.
It's probably chaos. Okay. So, your dark horse for you is Nigeria. Itata, do you have a dark horse?
Yeah, mine is just because I've followed them closely recently. Mine is the Gambia, and the second call is Comoros Island. Comoros Island has my friend Faiz Selemani, that gifted winger.
Yeah, that guy.
And I don't know if he played today. He's extremely talented, and I've seen them play Cameroon to a standstill. If they're the same team, they're going to cause problems. But the Gambia, because I've seen a transition of their U20s to the national team, and they're very good. So,
Faiz Selemani, I don't see him. He did not play. Let me see if he came in.
Young, bright prospect.
Yeah, he's incredibly gifted winger.
He's just mad raw. Yeah. He's like one of those raw wingers.
He is. So he's almost like a raw version of Mahrez. He's gifted. Yeah.
Hey, brother, no, chill. It's a raw version of this Pius Ikedia. Just a Pius Ikedia with a little bit of...
No, he can play. He's really good. He's very, very good.
If you remember,
check him out.
If you remember Pius Ikedia, it's just a Pius Ikedia that does not run and leave the ball behind. So, and he's not, but the guy is raw, but he's
really good. Yeah. He's very good. He's technically very sound.
Okay. I got Carmen. Who's your dark horses?
I'm from what I've seen so far. Of course, not all the teams have played.
Yeah.
I'm liking Burkina Faso. I think Burkina Faso they might be a dark horse. The only thing is, it looks like they lose their heads very quickly. If they can control that, they'll probably go far in the competition. Yeah. Another dark horse, I know it's just one game, but Cape Verde, like these so-called small teams, you watch them and you're like, wow, all these triangles all over the pitch. So much pattern of play, so much precision in passing. Of course, you wonder how sustainable that is. They might not be able to withstand, real teams like Algeria and the rest of them, but you love to watch it. You love to watch it. It's almost like watching what's that team Xavi coached in Saudi Arabia? Was it Saudi Arabia or Qatar or whatever? Like they're dead, but then they play good football.
Yeah.
And then plus one more thing, you can't game plan against them because most of their stars are relatively unknown. So you don't even know what you are game planning against. So that too can be that too can be a factor. Yeah.
Okay. Zaza says Cameroon is one of his favorites. Host nation factor makes sense. True. You're mute. Itata.
No, I say Cameroon are built for the Cup of Nations. Like Zaza said, they've never, I don't think they've lost a final match. It might be maybe just 86. I think 86. But
I think 86 they lost.
Yeah, I think 86. But after that, they take Nigeria for the cleaners. They wipe Nigeria at the Cup of Nations. They've gotten 3 trophies on top of Nigeria.
I don't know how they do it.
Didn't they win in Abuja?
Yeah. No, Lagos.
Yeah.
Lagos 2000. 2000. Yeah.
That was beautiful. I remember that very well.
In case that team with Agawa, that I almost cried and Kano.
Yeah.
Hey man, one more question. Hey man, does Kano have Nations Cup, Itata?
Nations
Does
Cup
he have a
win?
Nations Cup trophy? Yeah. Does he have a
No.
Nations Cup medal?
No.
Yeah, it should go and it should be. He's beefing Cameroon right now. All right, over to you, sir.
Yeah, my dark horse, Mali. That's my dark horse. Yeah, Mali. They have a lot of good midfielders. Bissouma, Haidara,
Yeah.
the Leipzig. They are in Leipzig that
Keita.
Uncle Ralph wants to bring, and Samaseko in Hoffenheim. So they have a lot of very good midfielders.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
yeah, I think of
They
course
have good
Yeah,
midfield,
Mali,
but they have good midfield and they have few strikers that play in France, I guess. But like like their defense and midfield is pretty good. But I mean, in all these competitions, you can have a very, very good midfield if you don't have people to put that ball on the goal or
I
can
agree.
score.
Yeah.
I mean, but like this, I'm on this. Mali to play some very, very good soccer.
Yeah, Mali are a very good football.
Hey, man, Tata remembers the day of that Malian defensive midfielder that played for Real Madrid.
No, the one that played for he played for Madrid and Lyon.
Yeah, played for Madrid. What's his name?
And Lyon.
Mamadou.
Yeah. Diarra.
Lassana
Diarra.
No,
Lassana is French.
Oh, okay.
He plays for France. It's Diarra. Aliou Diarra, I think that's his name.
Mamadou Diarra.
Mamadou Diarra. Yeah, that's his name.
Was it not nicknamed the cupboard? Was it not called the cupboard?
No, he's not him.
It wasn't him.
But the guy was one of the best. The guy was one of the best DMs of his generation. If not for this, he just had bad luck with. He can't get off the injury table.
Yeah.
Street clothes. They call him street clothes. Street clothes.
Okay. AFCON player of the tournament now. I'll start with a comment. Let's skip it this time. Tuesday, who is going to be AFCON player of the tournament? Who are you predicting?
You know what? If I'm tipping Senegal to win it, then I have to go with Sadio Mane.
Okay. Let's go to penalty. Sadio Mane. Okay.
Yeah.
Tata, who's your AFCON player of the tournament?
Yeah, so it's going to be a top goal scorer for one of the heavyweights who will eventually win it.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to pick now. You know what, the safe zone is Salah, but is Salah going to win? Abubakar has started well. I can't really pick because Nations Cup is tricky, man.
It is tricky.
It is tricky, but it will come from a powerhouse, and a powerhouse is going to win. Right? The last one was Benassa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Isn't that what got him his move to Milan?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, Keita of Mali was really
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The great Seydou Keita. Is it the Keita that played for Barcelona? If it is that one, yes.
Yes.
That's how they call him. At the Cup of Nations, that's what they call him. The great Seydou Keita.
One of the best unsung African players of all time.
Is the best. Is one of the best African midfielders of all time.
Yeah. From U15.
Yeah.
This dude
literally,
from U15.
Literally balling out from the youth
Africa.
Teams.
It was just like he's like a Paul Scholes, never talks, never does anything. The guy is just so simple. That's why Pep Abaka never allowed him go. And Luis Enrique never allowed him go.
He was best player at the on that 1999 under 20 that had Xavi and Ronaldinho. He was the best player of the tournament.
That boy controls midfield like him.
He was incredibly talented.
He was Sevilla also and all that. Yeah, I remember. Who's up? Yemi?
Okay, so I want this guy to win it because I'm tired of hearing Salah. I want Sadio Mane too. I want Sadio Mane to get some shine. So I'm picking Sadio Mane. I just want wishful thinking. Let's go with that. Yeah, I just want him to get some shine because I think with the whole Salah thing, he doesn't really get the shine and he's rounding up into form. I mean, like he started in the beginning, his form wasn't, but now he's coming to mad form right now. This is his competition, and he has to take it. He has to take this competition as like my mission to win.
Another shout. If they go far, Burkina Faso, Bertrand Traore.
Yes. But I don't see them going far. But I mean,
If they go far, he has a strong shout. He's so gifted.
That guy is him and Angisa. They are so
Yeah.
Yeah.
they are so AFCON. You know,
Yeah.
like when you see them play,
Who
like
does Anguissa play for? Who
this
does
guy
Anguissa
is
play for? Cameroon.
AFCON.
No, Napoli.
Which is in
with
Napoli
Osimhen.
now.
Yeah, first of Cameroon.
With
Yes.
Osimhen.
Yeah, plays for Cameroon. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Yeah.
a winger for Cameroon. On the left, on the right. That guy can run.
And
Who?
this,
Anguissa.
I'm
No,
surprised.
he
A
plays
winger now.
central midfield. He plays defensive midfield.
I'm
For
surprised
Napoli.
nobody picked him up.
The
from,
one that was at Fulham now.
you're
yeah, I'm
surprised.
surprised nobody picked him up from
Oh
Fulham
yeah.
to Napoli.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
was.
no. No.
He's
There were
very
people
good.
that wanted him. There were people that wanted him, but he went with. I mean, like Napoli had a better chance of them winning something. So of the teams that picked, Napoli had a better chance in Italy for them pushing to win something. He had offers from Spurs, I think, but he knows that Spurs ain't gonna win nothing. So
Right.
that's well.
I'm going to go left field for my own option, and go back my countryman. I call him the bodyguard, Taiwo Awuni.
Yeah, you know what? It's a strong shot. It's a
That's-
strong shot. It's
that
a strong
guy,
shot.
Champions League. He had like 5, 6 Champions League goals, bullying people.
I thought you actually
Long
said
shot.
this in Chukwueze. I would have clapped for you.
No, Taiwo Awuni.
No. Awoni is
Awoni is Sabio. Yeah.
Super Eagles' secret weapon. Nobody knows what's coming. If
He's
it
like
clicks,
our
one of
he's like our
goals.
present day he's like our present day Rashidi Yekini.
Yeah,
Just
he plays
knows
like
how
that.
to just he's a
You
bull,
know, he
just knows how
played
to do it.
U17 with Iheanacho in 2013.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know,
Yes,
they won that
he played.
on the 17
Yeah,
World
man.
Cup.
They
and
won
it
they won
was
the
outstanding.
competition. And he was one of the
Yeah.
highest goal scorers.
Yeah.
Did we take this guy? This really tall striker, Paul Onuachu. Is he playing?
He's injured.
Oh, he's injured. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we took Sadiq Umar, who is similar build.
Okay.
The one that played in the Brazil Olympics. He's similar build. He's really gifted too.
Okay.
We have some good ball players. We have some good technical players. It's just the goal scoring part that might just be. But in this competition, defense is probably our only issue. Center back.
Yeah.
Defense. Yeah. But yeah, continue. Alex.
Okay. Of course, one of the main topics that happened was last 2 weeks. I know Ian Wright, Uncle Wright. I like to call him Uncle Wright. That man,
Right.
I like the way he fights for culture. I like the way he fights for important topics. He's never afraid. On Sky Sport, it comes out, uses his platform positively for representation. Whether it's women, whether it's underrepresented people, gay rights. I've always liked Uncle Wrighty for that. So there's a video he put out based on the fact that why disrespect? That's why I put it there. Like, I mean, they are the obvious answers, but I think it's what we're talking about, right? It's like, why the disrespect towards AFCON? Where journalists were asking players, if they were going to go and represent their country. I know it started with Sebastian Haller from Ajax, and he was, as he fired back, he said this was a Euros. Like, would they ask him, the same player or player? I know it happened to some other player. I don't remember who it happened to again, where they asked him the same question. So that's what I'm throwing out there, and I'll start with Tata. Tata being our in-house Pan-African our correspondent.
Yeah. I'm going to. It's going to be a little testy for some people, but I'm going to go in. So Africa is like a symbol for Black people all over the world. Even for Blacks who don't identify with Africa, unfortunately, when you're looking at a Black man, the next thing you're looking at is the map of Africa. That's why I wore this shirt. That's why I wore this shirt. And Malcolm X said something. He said, if the African continent sets up itself to where it's like the golden continent, Black people will get respect all over the world. So I'm going straight to the root cause.
Yep.
If collectively African leaders, for once, deviate from all of the foolishness and just say, you know what, let's build our own. Because I'll give you an example. If Yemi has, say for instance, Yemi's son, right? And Yemi, all of the time when the son comes back, Yemi beats him to stupor. The house there is roach infested, people are scrambling all over the place. Yemi is smoking and drinking, and the son happens to know me and comes to my house, and then my house is always peaceful, guess what? The child would always grab the opportunity to come to my house, right? Always have the opportunity to come to my house. And we get to a point where the child gets to where he's independent and is not under Yemi's power, would want to live with me permanently. Now, when it's time for that child to say, you know what, Uncle Yudi, I live with you, Uncle Tata, I live with you, I want to go and see my daddy, I have the power to tell him, you know what, you live in my house. Maybe you don't have to see him on Monday, see him on Tuesdays. Maybe not Wednesdays, you can only see him on Thursdays because you're in my house, you're enjoying what he couldn't provide for you. So technically, I'm your father. That takes me all the way back 1980 when Nigeria won the Cup of Nations. You know, everyone was home based.
Yeah.
When Cameroon were doing good at the World Cup, it was all home based players. I think only Miller played outside and a few others. There wasn't an issue where they had to beg European teams if they could play or not.
Yeah.
So essentially, I'm just going back to the core. It still goes back to our majority of our very foolish and unreasonable leaders in Africa, who, instead of taking Africa as their property and kind of taking it and making it productive, they create these unreasonable, dysfunctional systems. They are dysfunctional leaders who put sub-leaders who manage dysfunctional systems. And when you have these dysfunctional systems, people try to run away from it. That's why you have talented footballers who could probably play for Rangers, Julius Berger. Like Odegbami is one of the greatest Nigerian footballers. He's never played abroad. He's never
Yes,
played abroad.
sir.
And
You're right.
several others. How many, when the South African team lines up, the South African team is pretty much decent. You know, 90% of their national team, home base.
Yeah.
They don't have to fight with any European country or European club to represent their country. So it still goes back to those clueless idiots in power all over Africa who have set up dysfunctional systems that has made our footballers run to greener pastures and are literally owned by this club and catered for this club. So they have the higher say. All you have to do is just shout and talk about patriotism. You know, that's it. All they have to do is just patriotism. But if, for instance, we have a Nigerian league, you know, smooth and running, you would have like almost as at 1990, you had home-based players playing in the national team.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't play in Europe if they want to, but I'm saying if the Nigerian league is paying footballers $20,000 a week, they're not going to Europe.
Yeah.
They won't go to Europe. So it still goes back to our foolish leaders back home. That's the root cause. You know, if they begin to treat Africa like their a thing of pride, where they say, you know what, and I'm not talking about it has to be good in Ghana, and it doesn't have to space out. I mean, collectively, if African leaders are collectively, I know it's an ideal, it might never happen, but if each individual countries come up to say, you know what, this is Africa is our own, let's make it valuable, let's make it appealing, we won't have these issues.
Okay.
And for example, let me give you an example. TP Mazembe, right? I think they were founded in 1940 or so. The 2010 World Club Cup. They beat a Mexican team. I think it might have been Americas also, one of these teams that is older than them by 40 years. So the Mexican team has 40 years of history ahead of TP Mazembe. Because TP Mazembe is run as a modern club, is a model club in the DR Congo. Because TP Mazembe is run like that. They played in the World Club Cup final of 2010, I think 2010 or 2011. They beat Internacional of Brazil and lost to Inter Milan. And of course, you know how strong that Inter Milan team was.
Yeah.
So essentially, what am I saying? If our local leagues back home is good enough, it can produce footballers who can compete in the global stage. Period.
I agree.
So the disrespect comes from how these leaders cannot represent themselves and establish all of these dysfunctional systems You have the West look at Africa and almost think that we are a joke. You understand?
Yeah.
It's like Ghana now. Ghana and on a certain part, Ghana are rarely ever disrespected in the global stage. It's as simple as that. If you make your house good, you'll be respected. If you
Correct.
disrespect your house, you'll be disrespected. That's it.
Right. Very good points. Very good points. Let me take comments quickly. Zaza says it did not start with him. It's been rumbling around for a bit. Hala just put the issue straight up. I agree. Are we still not hiring third-rate foreigners for coaches? Yeah. Okay. I will go. Mr. Coachito. That's your new name now.
God.
Run for it.
Okay, so Itata pretty much said like pretty much what I wanted to say. So mine is more of a question because I'm with Itata with his viewpoint. Itata, in those days, I'm talking of the 90s and the early 90s and the 80s, almost late 90s, when like this African soccer was at its peak. When I talk of African soccer was at its peak, we were producing players that weren't just starting, they were dominating in Europe. Around that time, if you don't ask them if they are going for their Nations Cup, the thing is, coaches try to prevent them to go, but it's not this open right now. Am I right, Itata?
Yeah.
I'm talking of the years of Daniel Amokachi, the years of Samuel Eto'o, where like these are the people that carried African football, like they championed it. You couldn't even go to them like this. Back at then, they couldn't go down to Samuel Eto'o and say, you know what, guy, you are one of our highest goal scorers, but then we need you to stay instead of you going to go and play for Cameroon. They will burn that whole place down because these are people that carry the game. But like what Titata said, it has to start from our leaders. The way our continent is being governed by some of our leaders, it has cast almost like a black eye in the eyes of everybody. So people still see us as an underdeveloped nation, in as much as some of these countries right now are relying on our players nowadays to help them. Perfect example is Watford.
Yep.
Why did Homeboy not go, Emmanuel? Because they didn't want him to go. But they let our defender, light skin guy, what's his name? Ekong left. But Emmanuel Dennis, not a player. They said, no, we need you because we are fighting relegation. We are fighting relegation. If you go, that means we are almost going to get relegated. So now we're looking at it like this. And if we can come together, coaching or no coaching, hire a third-base coach, that don't mean anything, to be honest with you, in my opinion. But if we carry ourselves, if we look out for one another, if our countries try to uplift the standard just like the way it was in the 80s, the 70s, these kind of questions wouldn't have been asked. The only thing is that there were some coaches that avoided signing African players because they know that every 2 years they have to leave to go play Nations Cup. It's not like the Europa Cup now that is every 4 years. So also there's a risk. I'm not too mad that they asked the question. That just tells me that yes, Nigeria. That just tells me that our continents are now beginning to be a force to be reckoned with. We are producing players now that clubs can rely on. So yes, asking the question is probably a slap in the face for us. But for me, in as much as it's a slap in the face, I can see the light there. Like, yes, Africa is coming back to where it used to be. Because in those times, some of these top clubs, there was an African player actually starting and playing well.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. Okay, comment. Any more thoughts to add?
Yeah, I mean, Itata took the words right out of my mouth. Another big problem is that we are starting to have a lot of like real African talent. I mean, they might nationally, in terms of passport or or where they're from legally, they might come from France or England or whatever. But we know Paul Pogba is African, right? So we have people like more. I mean, it didn't. When I was growing up watching football, we didn't really have a lot of legit African children going to play, for France in the World Cup. right?
Yeah, but it's because, sorry to cut you. It's because they all played in the organized
Yeah,
African leagues that were good. Raja Casablanca, Al Ahly, TP Mazembe,
yeah,
Canon Yaoundé. These teams were
Zamalek,
powerhouses. Zamalek. They
yeah,
were organized model clubs in
the
Africa,
Asset Mimosas,
and it was
Wanya
played in
United.
Africa. That's why it wasn't like blown. And when you have a one go out like Salif Keita that I was talking about, who was, I think, African Footballer of the Year in '76, went and destroyed the French league. So it's always been like this. The only difference is it's so disorganized. They are now playing Europe. They
yeah.
all used to play in Africa before.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, if players, if those like real prominent players, Paul Pogba, Bukayo Saka, like you look at Bukayo Saka, and just facially, the boy is Nigerian.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
is not British.
Yeah.
He's not
He's
British at
Nigerian.
all.
Correct.
You look at N'Golo Kante.
From Ondo State.
Other is, he's not French.
Saka.
Right. So again, you have these journalists looking at N'Golo Kante like, oh, he plays for France. Why should Emmanuel Dennis go and play for Nigeria? Why should Sebastian Haller go and play for this? And even then, let's even complicate the issue a little further. We now have players, African children who were born in Europe, who for some reason cannot get into their French squad or the English squad, coming back to play for the Africans. While that is good, I like saying that, but it's the reason they're coming back is because they can't get in the England squad.
Correct.
They can't get in the French squad.
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka will never make it in the England squad. He's still play for Congo, right?
He should just go and play for Congo. Even Congo don't want him. Congo didn't send. Oh man, did Congo send him an invite? Ayo.
I don't know actually. I'm just
Wilfred Zaha, England didn't want him, went to Ivory Coast. So football exists in this bigger context of what our world is.
Yeah.
And the fact is that Africans and Black people have been disrespected across the globe, and they continue to be disrespected across the globe every day till today. So the same reason why you show up at a European airport with that green passport, they stop you, right? Yeah. You show up with a blue passport, welcome to Germany. So it just goes straight back to what Itata says, right? That the dysfunction, the disorganization, they just don't care about actual leadership, right? They don't care about actually having an impact on the lives of the people whom they govern. That's really what is causing all this. And going back to the Emmanuel Dennis Watford situation, yeah, Watford, in my book, Watford, of course, were disrespectful, but then we allowed them to be disrespectful. Because listen, it's not meeting a deadline is not hard.
Right.
Meeting a deadline is not hard, right? And you not meeting a deadline empowers them to tell the player, nah, you're not going. Nah, you're not going. Because they released William Truss Ekong. Not only that, they also released Ismail Assar.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Also released Ismail Assar. But Emmanuel Dennis, for some reason, he's not in Cameroon. He's not there. And there's also a question about I don't know, because Emmanuel Dennis has never played for Nigeria.
He has.
He has?
He actually has, yeah. But the previous
I didn't
coach,
see him in the qualifiers at all.
The German coach, I think he fell out of favor with the German coach. I don't know what really happened, but he's played for Nigeria before.
Okay.
I think he's played
Can I say
2 or 3
something
games
shortly?
for Nigeria.
Can I say something shortly? I'm sorry, moderator. Can I just say something shortly? I mean, we were saying all these things, and listen, actually, Zaza said a very good point. Leadership or no leadership, and it had a buttress on it. Leadership from the top has buttressed down to even our soccer team as a whole in the country. It's only a few countries in Africa, minus the North and maybe South Africa, that have a good, steady functioning league. That is good to watch, and it's good for viewing, that they have good fields and they have good stuff. So now, see, if you watch some of these games, I mean, like, they're watching our games, they're like, man, these people are playing in bad field. So, like, this is it's all the greed and stuff that has happened in Africa that has trickled down to our football. But also, there was something that we didn't credit them West Ham for. In the 1990s, 1992, West Ham was in charge of actually flying down to all these clubs and talking to the coaches. He visited every player that was in his plan and had rapport with their coaches and their soccer institutions. West Ham was helping people get into clubs, but also West Ham had the right to tell a club like, guy, I need this player. And then we never faced those things during the era of West Ham and Bonfrejo. So like the thing there is, maybe us as Africans, we need to start stepping up our game. If it's hiring a very good coach, and the job of the coach is actually go around different countries and actually see where your team is playing, see where your guys are playing, talking to their coaches and have rapport. If there's anything, they can actually communicate with you direct as the coach, so that the coach now can now communicate with the national team. Okay, we need this guy. You need to send this thing quick. So I think it's man, we can stay on this topic for another 3 weeks.
My point is, when West Ham was here, it was better organized. The Nigerian league was better organized than now.
Very true.
If West Ham came now, he will struggle. The previous German coach I heard is still owned by the Nigerian Football Federation.
Very true.
So I mean, how can someone thrive under those circumstances? This is a dysfunction I'm talking about. There is no way that dysfunction will be in place and things would, you plant the seed, you can't plant apple and reap cocoa. You understand? You plant apple seed, you're going to reap apple. That's it.
Okay. Let's jump on. That was very good. Anybody listening to, leave us comments if you can. Let's jump to switch lanes to the EPL, English Premier League. I will start with Jola, and it has to leave a couple minutes, so try to make the best use of the time left. 14 minutes. Jola, Oga Kwame, take us away. Give us your English Premier League. I'll call it a draft team since we're halfway point, right? 21 games played. Give us your draft team of the season. Run through your team for us.
Okay.
Run through your team and tell us why you have them. You don't have to. If you don't have any reason why, like obvious one, I'm sure everybody's gonna have Musala. That one, nobody needs to know why. So let's go.
Okay. So I'm going with a 4-3-3. 4-3-3 flat. And for goalkeeper, I had a choice between Aaron Ramsdale and David De Gea. I picked David De Gea just because he's the best keeper in the world. Ramsdale, what's wrong with you?
Why are you laughing?
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Finish your team. I don't want that.
Please continue.
David De Gea rises head and shoulders above every other goalkeeper in the Premier League, according to me.
Okay.
At least in my opinion. Ramsdale is an honorable mention. I think Ramsdale honestly should be the England goalkeeper, not because I'm trying to hype him that much, but just because compared to Pickford, he is better than Pickford. That's just it. That's just a fact.
Correct.
So David De Gea, goalkeeper. Right back, I have Reece James. Of course, he's injured right now, but before the injury, dude was balling for days. I will take him. I took him ahead of Trent Alexander-Arnold because he's more balanced. Center back. By the way, my choices are a little left field as you see. But then I didn't want to pick the traditional Liverpool Man City player.
That's fair. Yeah.
So I have in center back Rudiger and Romain Saiz from Wolverhampton. Wolves have, behind Manchester City, I believe they've conceded the fewest amount of goals in the league.
Yep.
And they're very solid defensively, and Saiz is a very key part of their defensive solidity. Left back, I have Cancelo. Say less. Midfield, I have Rodri in the midfield. In the middle, of course, to the left of him, I have Bernardo Silva, and they can switch. Next to him, I have Smith Rowe and Bernardo Silva. Next to Rodri, I like Smith Rowe. He's of course, you know how much we hate Arsenal, but I really cannot wait until Smith Rowe leaves Arsenal to join to win the league with another team. It'll be so fantastic.
There are some Arsenal fans
Man
watching
of the
this
year.
thing. You must like trouble.
I call him the 6 man of
You
the
like
year.
trouble. There are some
I
Arsenal
love
fans
you
watching.
already know.
Yeah, 6 man of the year. That's what I call him.
And of course, Bernardo Silva in that midfield as well.
Okay.
Up front, Mohamed Salah, say less. On the left, I have Demarai Gray. I love the way Demarai Gray has been playing this season.
Yeah, he's balling out. He's balling out.
He is balling his life out this season. And he has been through so much. Like, he's a young player. I believe he's like 25 years old. But he's been on that cusp for like 4 years now. I remember at Leicester City. Then he went to, I think, Bayer Leverkusen or something. Didn't work out.
Yeah.
So I really like what I'm seeing from Demarai Gray. I hope he carries it on to the end of the season, and maybe he gets transferred to another team. And then in the middle, I'm going for Emmanuel Dennis. Again, I know it's left field, but I don't want the traditional. Like, I don't see any other position.
It's not left field.
It's not left field at all.
Yeah, exactly. It's not left field. So I'll just go with Emmanuel Dennis. Dude is if Watford stay up, they will always to him. And there's a reason why they are putting him in shackles from not getting on that. So
I'm locked up. They won't let me out.
I know, right? Acorn settings.
Yeah, Acorn settings, exactly. Okay, good one. I like that thing. Itata, let's hear yours. Let's roll it out.
So mine is 4-1-2-3.
Okay.
Okay.
My goalkeeper
Christmas
was-
tree formation.
Yeah, my goalkeeper was Ramsdale. Yeah, I picked Ramsdale. I viewed it through different lenses. I was like, man, this guy. Again, I don't like Arsenal, but man, he has been very, very, very good.
And we are not biased to you guys on this
Yeah.
podcast, so like, share, subscribe.
Except for Jola.
Follow us, like, share, subscribe.
Except for Jola.
What do you mean? I had to
give
go
them
there.
sugar and slap their face at the same time.
I picked Ramsdale because, man, he's kind of reincarnating David Seaman. If you remember, Seaman used to have some outrageous saves.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, man, if he can only get better, it's going to be very scary.
Yeah.
Some of them,
So,
let's be careful. Let's be careful. Some of those
Is it-
camera saves, like, you can save
Yeah.
this. You just bypass the ball.
Yeah, I know.
Chill.
But
That's easier than that.
he showed that he can be a very good keeper.
I know.
So far this season has been very good.
I'm just hating. I know. I agree.
And my right back is Trent, man. Reece James is my favorite right back, English right back, but Trent on this season, he has gone a little bit. He's gone the next level when it comes to his passing. It's ridiculous. The things he's doing with his right foot, unbelievable. Left back, Cancelo. I mean, if you don't pick Cancelo, according to Mommy G, you could finish the
This guy dropped a Mommy Gio quote. I like it.
I don't think Itata will make Mommy Gio feature in the football podcast.
Sound effects for like it's just drop a sound effects for you. Good one.
So Cancelo right back, and then my central pairing was, because again, mine is eye test. Konza is not just I've seen him today. Ezri Konza for Aston Villa. He is very good. He's a very good center.
I test high.
He has been playing well this season. He has been playing well this season. No, I give him.
Yeah. So I picked
steady,
Konza,
very steady.
and I pick African Agbero that plays for Germany, Rudiger. So I picked Rudiger, and then my midfield, Fabinho sits is incredible. Fabinho sits in front of the defense, and in front of him is Declan Rice and Bernardo Silva. Then my top three, to the left, Philip Foden. Right hand side, Mohamed Salah, and my point man is Mikel Antonio.
I hear that.
That's a good.
I hear that. I consider Antonio.
He has the same stats literally as Emmanuel Dennis. I checked.
Yeah.
That's 8 goals and 5 assists too.
Yeah.
And they have to be credit for West Ham. I agree. That's a good pick. So hear me.
Itata, you're a thief. But you make it to heaven.
Amen.
Yeah.
Mommy,
So mine is pretty simple. Itata still have pretty much my list. My goalkeeper is Mendy. I just like the assurance he has brought to Chelsea. He's had his few mistakes lately, but over the course of the season, for me, he's been the best goalkeeper. Right back, I pick Walker. I love his experience. I love his steady hands. His ability to read the game, both going forward, when to go forward, when to come back. He's hardly beaten. This guy is almost 30, but you still can't outrun him. But his positioning, I think, over the years, his positioning has gotten a lot better. A lot of people don't see it. He flies under the radar, very good player.
Yeah.
Left back is Cancelo. I mean, Cancelo is Cancelo. Let's just leave that there. Center back, Rudiger, Van Dijk. I don't need to explain that. Let's now go to DM. This one is weird for me, but I just need to shout him out. I'm not a big fan of his, but over the course of this season, he has stood out. And I'm talking of Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Jollof rice, man.
Jollof rice.
Without him and Antonio, Aston Villa, and then listen, this is me to also shouting out Moyes. Like, man, Moyes, kudos. If there's a coach of the season as of right now, for me, it's Moyes because of what he has accomplished with this team. Let's move forward. I'm playing 4-3-3, by the way. So, and then my second guy in midfield is Mr. Keep It All Flowing Well. IQ on the rocks. Up there, Mr. Gundogan. When fit, nobody. I am not seeing anybody that plays ball with ease. Like, you can't catch him. He thinks 2 steps ahead of you. All that, yeah, Gundogan. And the third person in midfield for me is Foden.
I thought you wanted to say Fred. I would have been. I thought Fred.
I just Foden.
Yeah, Philip
At some
Foden.
point in time, we are seeing like our guy, bros, like just like our Mr. Moderator said, we are seeing a player of his generation in the making.
Oh yeah, generational talent.
I mean, Foden, yeah. On the right, we have Salah.
Yeah.
On the left, Rashford.
Don't fire your computer.
I don't know. Is that one mommy GO11?
Yo, Rashford, like I said in the group chat, Rashford space is useful in Lagos traffic only. Selling gala. That's what
to catch Molue.
At least to catch the Molue and the downfalls to sell gala. Yes.
Okay, man. My left is, I gotta give it to Mane, man. Mane has been balling. It is between Mane and Jota for me on the left. Between Mane and Jota. And the striker is Antonio. That's it.
Okay.
Mikel,
sorry, I took time.
No, it's fine. I'll go run through my own. My team is similar, just a few tweaks. Aaron Ramsdale, yeah, he's good. His distribution with his feet has been amazing. On the right is my boy. I've been riding for him for a while. You know, even though I'm a United fan, people, I don't know. I just like good football. TAA, Mr. Whippy, 9 assists.
Mr. Whippy.
Mr. Whippy T. That's what I call it. Yeah. Halfway through the season, he already has 9 assists. Yeah, he has broken records before when he had 15. That's 15 or 14 assists. That's incredible. We've not seen this before. I call him KDB at right back. That's who TA is. He's pretty much.
I call him James Ward-Prowse at right back.
Who?
Yeah.
James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, KDB, man. What that guy is doing from there, progressing the ball from that deep. He's a creative.
Honorable shout out though. Honorable shout out. You just mentioned his name, James Ward-Prowse. Honorable shout out.
Yeah. My center backs are Rudiger and Diaz. That goes without explaining.
Yeah.
On left is Mr. Cancelo.
Diaz.
Mr. Cancelo. Yeah. My midfield, I'm going to put my boy there, Rodri. Rodri has been balling.
Yeah, he's been balling up.
That guy is the new anchor man for City.
Yeah.
My 8s, Bernardo Silva, of course, as an exceptional City's best player. This season, funny enough, even though he plays in the pivot, he has been mentioned before, but he has played mostly forward. It's Rice, Declan Rice.
Yeah.
He's playing box to box this season, and he's playing very well in that box to box role. Enjoying watching it. My front three, Mo Salah, obvious. Manuel Dennis, I said. On the left, because I had to squeeze in. He's a striker with the highest amount of goals. Diego Jota. That's 10 goals. I mean, I respect that. And this is a guy that didn't start the season as a starter. He was coming off the bench for the first couple of minutes. So Diego Jota. So that's our first 11. In the comments, let us know your first 11.
I have a question.
Drop us comments. Yep. Go ahead.
Just one question. Everybody here are Manchester United fans. Nobody pick one Manchester United player.
Yes.
Because we know ball.
Yeah, because we know football. We know
because we know football.
because we know our football.
I'm done.
That's the question.
I'm done.
Post comments. Let us know your EPL draft team. Comment in the YouTube section. Like, share, subscribe. All our platforms, all our socials, and we're out.
Peace, guys.
1 hour on the dot today.
Stay blessed.